And she may have no clue how to solve your problem, but you'll leave thinking that you've got the way to go.
I thought Miss G was fabulous.
She approaches life with a song in her heart.
We're celebrating education in the 70th anniversary of DODEA. To me, it's not so much about my journey, but about my military family journey with DODEA. Just like thousands of other military spouses that work in our schools, it's been an amazing adventure to be part of the program. When I had my first year of teaching, my husband and I got married that year, and it was not a positive experience. It was a stateside school, and I had decided I had made a serious mistake in my career. My husband joined the military in the Army, and we left the United States, and my next teaching experience was at Gingrich High School in Misawa. And my husband was a true advocate to encourage me to go back and try it again. Because I had quit. I knew I had made a mistake, and it was not positive.
Yeah, she was outgoing, and she was on track to become an English teacher and drama teacher, and that's what she wanted to do, and she had the world by the tail. And so there was a bump in the road, but life is full of bumps in the road. So we got to Misawa, and she got back on track, and the rest is history.
My time at Gingrich High School was mesmerizing. I fell in love with students again, I fell in love with the school, and my husband was a true advocate to help me do that.
Missy, we had just hired that summer as a teacher. So I had heard of her reputation, and I had some recommendations, and so when I got up there and looked at the paperwork, and I go, okay, well, we'll go ahead and bring her on. And when I met her, here was this very happy, bubbly lady that was just so glad to see you. And she just makes you feel comfortable when you're talking with her.
Being a military spouse also helped me understand my students much better. And at the same time we would move, I learned also about Army family team building. And I took master training classes to help other spouses be successful in the military careers. And I learned when we were stationed in England about being purple. And so suddenly I wasn't working with just Army families. I worked with all the families that were military connected. And understanding how that worked and how to support those families made my job as a teacher in and out of DODEA over the years much more powerful. Over the years as a teacher, there have been so many amazing students that I've had the opportunity to work with in our DODEA schools. Yet at times, I look back and I think about special students and special times and what happened with those young people. In particular, I had a student in Misawa that was very active in the drama program and in the English classes that I taught. And she went on later, after her graduation from college, and became a teacher.
Miss G truly loves working with students, which was evident then and is even more so now because she's still doing it. That is a quality in an educator that really comes across to students, I believe. I felt shy and awkward and uncertain when I entered her classroom, but I thought Miss G was fabulous.
My current role in DODEA is serving the Pacific-wide high schools under the Far East Programs umbrella. I'm part of a team that supports 48 different programs every year for student co-curricular athletic JRTC events. It's a humbling and honoring opportunity to support our kids in travel, participation, and then to provide the academic rigor in alignment with 21st century skills for our students in their academic success. It's been really a mesmerizing experience, and each step of the way I've looked at and I've thought about how can I provide service to our community and our families along that way. I feel that as you promote and look within an agency, if you keep the constant thought of this is a service field, you can be very successful and make a difference with the students and the military families that you work with.
She didn't have a problem with kids being late to her class. They wanted to be there. So back before engagement really became the watchword for education, Missy had it in spades. I mean, it was there.
I speak on behalf of hundreds of her current and former students who say thank you, and we'll never forget you.
She followed me for 20 years. I'm following her for 20 years. I'm a kept man now. Not a bad gig if you can get it.
My husband was the true fact of how I became involved in these schools. And I'm always appreciative to have that family at home and then that family in Dodea.